Cadillac is reportedly in the final stages of assembling its 2026 Formula One lineup, and all signs suggest that the American outfit has already selected its drivers. Initially, the plan was to spotlight a homegrown talent and bring in a US-born racer to solidify its American identity. But that narrative appears to have shifted. Colton Herta, once seen as the cornerstone of the project, seems to be off the radar. Instead, two seasoned Formula One veterans are expected to take the wheel for the team that will introduce its own power units starting in 2029. This pivot raises a pressing question. Will American fans feel let down? And more crucially, what are the financial implications of such a move for Cadillac? The arrival of an 11th team on the Formula One grid was initially met with widespread enthusiasm. But the recent developments suggest Cadillac has entered a new phase of internal discussions, exploring a range of intriguing driver options. Despite early promises to promote American talent, that storyline appears to be evolving rapidly. The frontrunners for the seats, Sergio Perez and Zhou Guanyu, reveal a very different strategic vision. Perez, long criticized for his recent underperformance at Red Bull, has seen his narrative flipped on its head thanks to insight from the team's internal struggles, particularly during Lawson's stint and Yuki Tsunoda's blunt admissions. It's become increasingly clear the car, not necessarily the driver, was to blame. That revelation has given Cadillac something to seriously consider. Perez brings years of experience, proven race-winning pedigree, and crucial insight from one of F1's most complex environments. His potential arrival would mark a milestone for the team. According to Cadillac's team principal, Mario Andretti, the priority is to have at least one battle-hardened driver capable of steering the team through the early challenges of entering the sport. Other names like Valtteri Bottas, a 10-time Grand Prix winner, have surfaced, but Daniel Ricciardo, another viable candidate, has reportedly declined any offers, making his return to full-time racing highly unlikely. As for the second seat, all roads once led to Colton Herta. The American IndyCar star was touted as a central figure in Cadillac's vision for a US-branded team, both in nationality and spirit. But recent signs indicate that Cadillac might be steering away from that idea. And while Perez is from Mexico, still part of North America, it appears Cadillac is playing a more sophisticated geopolitical game. In terms of regional influence, few drivers can rival Perez's stature. His popularity in Latin America and among the Hispanic fan base is a major asset. In fact, he's widely credited as a key factor in the continued existence of the Mexican Grand Prix, which faced cancellation threats due to waning attendance. Beyond Mexico City, Perez is a massive draw in US-based races like Miami and Austin, effectively bridging the market between Latin America and the United States. If Cadillac does sign him, it would be a marketing and commercial jackpot for both sides. Financially, Perez's arrival could be transformative. He brings with him a deep network of powerful sponsors, most notably from Carlos Slim's empire. Telmex, a major backer of Perez throughout his career, has reportedly pledged up to $30 million annually to support whichever team signs him. It's not just about driving skill. It's about influence, branding, and bringing in major capital from the outset. But what's truly surprising isn't Cadillac's pursuit of Perez, it's the serious consideration being given to Zhou Guanyu for the second seat instead of Herta. Yes, Zhou has actual F1 experience, something Herta still lacks. And in a sport where every millisecond matters, that advantage is not trivial. Zhou may not have dazzled in his Alfa Romeo stint, often trailing Bottas and struggling at the back of the grid, but context matters. 2023 was a rough year for both him and the team. Even so, his potential caught Ferrari's attention, landing him a reserve driver spot with the Scuderia. Some may view his Ferrari reserve role as a mere placeholder, but it also signals that the top brass still see value in his long-term potential. You don't keep someone on the books at Ferrari if you've completely given up on them. Moreover, Zhou comes with financial backing of his own. Chinese sponsors eager to maintain visibility in the world's most prestigious motorsport series. That kind of economic leverage matters, especially for a team still establishing its foundations. In the end, Cadillac's driver choices might not align with the patriotic ideal many fans envisioned. But they may very well be playing the long game, opting for a pair of proven, financially backed drivers who can offer both immediate credibility and commercial firepower. Whether that strategy will pay off on track or with the American public remains to be seen. One key element that shouldn't be overlooked in this evolving scenario is Zhou Guanyu's technical background. Throughout his Formula One career, Zhou has driven for a team powered by Ferrari engines. And with the upcoming regulation changes set to place a heavier emphasis on engine architecture and battery efficiency, this knowledge could give Cadillac a subtle but crucial edge. Being aligned with Ferrari's technology might allow the American team to punch above its weight, especially when competing against backmarkers and mid-tier teams. Pablo Montoya, weighing in on Cadillac's future driver lineup, offered a compelling take. "I truly believe Sergio Perez would be an incredible asset for them, and I'd bet Zhou Guanyu is next in line. Together, they'd make a powerful pairing." His reasoning? Zhou currently serves as Ferrari's reserve driver, giving him direct exposure to the inner workings of the Italian powerhouse. If Cadillac is indeed sourcing its components from Maranello, then Zhou becomes a natural fit. He's already immersed in the Ferrari ecosystem, developing, testing, and learning within it. From a technical and strategic standpoint, it would be a logical and well-calculated move. But let's not forget Colton Herta. He was once viewed as the poster child for Cadillac's American project, arguably the most promising U.S. driver for a team hungry to fly the stars and stripes on the global stage. Yet, things haven't quite panned out that way. Despite the hype, it appears that Herta's connection with Cadillac was never as concrete as many believed. Currently competing in the Indy 500, Herta recently addressed the growing rumors about his F1 ambitions. "Just because I'm American and Andretti is entering F1 doesn't automatically mean I'm leaving what I love," he stated. His reflection on the future showed maturity and some frustration. "It's not easy to say, okay, goodbye forever. I'd be walking away from people I love working with. If I did get an F1 offer, I'd really need to think hard. That dream has been dangling in front of me for 5 years. At this point, it's almost numbing. I barely even think about it anymore." That doesn't exactly inspire confidence for fans hoping to see a homegrown American in a Cadillac seat. But the reality is that the situation has become more serious. Talks between drivers and Cadillac have intensified. Team principal Mario Andretti appears to have accepted a hard truth. You can't force a driver into a seat they don't want. And if Herta doesn't genuinely see himself in F1, then the door must open to others, experienced racers who would leap at the chance to be part of Cadillac's debut. From a financial perspective, this decision carries heavy weight. Should Cadillac commit to either Zhou or Perez for the long term, potentially beyond 2029, they'd receive a significant financial boost toward the development of their power unit. That year marks Cadillac's official entry as a full-fledged engine manufacturer under the General Motors banner, a landmark moment that the entire F1 paddock is watching with great anticipation. Still, Montoya isn't entirely sold on the idea of Herta making the leap. Speaking candidly about the jump from IndyCar to Formula One, the former F1 driver said, "People say Cadillac should hire an American, and maybe that's true. But I think Colton would be crazy to make that switch. It's not as simple as he might think. I don't question his speed, he's got the pace to do it. But transitioning from IndyCar to F1 isn't just a matter of driving. The culture shock alone, relocating to Europe, adapting to a new way of life, could be overwhelming. That might mess with his head. And if it does, his chances of surviving, let alone thriving, would be slim." So, as the dust begins to settle, the picture is getting clearer. The two frontrunners to join Cadillac are none other than Sergio Perez and Zhou Guanyu. Both bring unique advantages. Perez is a proven race winner with deep experience and unparalleled popularity in North America and Latin America, while Zhou offers inside knowledge of Ferrari's engine program and a direct line to one of the most powerful manufacturers in the sport. But let's be honest, this isn't just about talent. It's about money. And in that department, both drivers deliver. Perez has an army of sponsors behind him, led by Carlos Slim's business empire, with Telmex reportedly ready to inject $30 million annually into whichever team he joins. Zhou, meanwhile, has his own backers from China eager to keep him on the grid and showcase their brands on a global stage. There's still one more name floating in the background: Valtteri Bottas. While his return to a full-time seat remains uncertain, it's not out of the question. His experience and solid track record make him an appealing candidate if the opportunity arises. For now, however, all signs point toward a Perez-Zhou duo leading Cadillac into the new era. It's not the all-American dream many hoped for, but it might be exactly what the team needs to survive and thrive in the brutal world of Formula One. Do you think Cadillac could become a serious contender with this potential driver pairing? And more importantly, who do you believe has the greatest upside if the team decides to push further in the Drivers' Championship? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. And once you've done that, don't miss the video currently popping up on your screen.